Hello, and thanks for checking out PictureCrazy. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to build an album. First thing you want to do if you haven't already is go to PictureCrazy.com and then click Sign in with Facebook. Okay, so once you're logged in, you're going to click the Create Album button here up on the upper left. And that takes you to our Create Album screen. Up here we have our picture sources. These are the places where we can get the pictures to create our albums. The first one is My Albums, and these are my albums on Facebook. I can use any one of these albums to grab pictures from to create an album on PictureCrazy. I also have tagged photos. These are all my friends on Facebook that have tagged me in pictures. Notice there's a little number 1. That means there's one picture they've tagged me in, 2 pictures that Jenny's tagged me in. If I click on that, it brings up the 2 photos that she's tagged me in. The next source is Friends Albums. These are all my friends on Facebook, and I can use their photos to also create an album. So if I click on my buddy Rick, it brings up his albums. I click on one of his albums, and it loads the photos here. Then I can grab these photos, and it builds the album right here. Then we have followed albums. These are albums that I've followed on PictureCrazy. If the user's albums are set, their security settings, if they're set so I can use their albums, I can also use their pictures to create albums. And we also have liked pages. These are pages on Facebook that I've liked. I can use their pictures as well to create albums. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to create an album using several different sources. First, I'm going to go back to My Albums. Again, these are my albums on Facebook. And we're going to do a Burning Man album. So I'm going to choose my Burning Man Pictures 2013. And as you can see, it loads those pictures into the left pane here. Now, to put these pictures in the album, I click on them, and it sticks them over here. This is our album that we're creating right now. So I can select them one at a time, any order I want. Or I can choose the first one and then shift and left click, and it will load all the ones in between them. Or I can select all. So I just loaded all the pictures right here. Once I have them here, I can do several things. If I want to delete some of them, I can highlight the block I want to delete and just click one of the X's, and it will delete those. I can also drag and drop them and put them in any order that I want to. I can also, if you see the little picture icon here, make it the album cover. So this is the icon picture that will show as well as the first picture that will always show. So I can also select all, and then it puts all of the pictures in here. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I also want to take some pictures of one of my friends' albums. So then I click on Friends Albums, and I happen to know April, my buddy April, has some Burning Man pictures. So I search for her. She comes up, and here we go, Burning Man 2010. So I click on that. As you see, it loads the pictures into the left pane. So again, I can choose them one at a time, or I can shift and left click and it'll load the block, or I can select them all. So it just loaded all those pictures into the right pane. So as you can see, our album now has 192 photos in it. But we're going to add some more. Now I want to add some for my liked pages. And I'm actually going to go to the Burning Man fan page. And as you can see, the Burning Man fan page on Facebook has several albums. I'm going to grab this one because it has 248 pictures. And again, I can choose them one at a time. I can choose as many as I want. I'm just going to select all. So now, as you can see, it's loaded all those pictures into the right pane. Okay. Now, if I want, I can actually grab our other album too. This one only has 12 pictures. And I can select a couple of those. Okay, so right now we have an album with 445 pictures. So then we're going to click Next. These are all the pictures that I want. Okay, this takes us to the album settings screen. As you can see, it starts playing the album in the right pane here. And first thing is we're going to name our album Burning Man album. Okay, the next setting is visibility. And if you put your mouse over the little question mark, it'll explain to you what each one of these do. Only me means only you can view it. Nobody else can. Friends only means only your Facebook friends will be able to view this album. Public means anybody can view it. Who can use this album? This is who can use your pictures. Like when they follow your album, they can use your pictures to make an album themselves. Normally you'd leave that to only me, but if they were public albums, you could put that to the public could use it. So we're going to set the visibility. I'm going to leave it at private, and who can use it at private. Transition time is the time in between the pictures. So let's change that to 3. The photo layout. We have 3 different layouts. We have standard, we have barrage, we have collage 1, and we have collage 2. So you can pick whichever one you like. I'm going to go ahead and go with collage 1. Then we have transition effect. That's the effect in between the picture as it changes. So let's change it to pan and zoom. You can try the different settings yourself. You can see how the pictures kind of fade in, zoom in. Okay, picture order. If you put them in order, it will play the pictures in the order that we put them in when we created the album. Or random, which is just a complete random order, or new pictures more often, newer often. What that does is it will play the newer pictures more often than the older pictures. We're going to go ahead and go with random. Include. Do I want to include the album title? So if I do that, it's going to include Burning Man album on all the pictures. Or I can put username, or picture description, or create date. You can play with those. The background color. You can actually change the background color, which you can see the black here. That's the color it would change. And then obviously we have the disclaimers. Got to check those. And then click Save. Then once the album's built, it brings you to this screen. Please invite your friends to use PictureCrazy. We need to spread the word and get as many people using it as we can. And also don't forget to like us. Then you click on View Album. So this is the View Album page. As you can see, the album is playing right here. From this page, this is the author of the album. That would be me. Here is our icon image. This album has 445 pictures. If we had anybody following it, we'd have a number here. Views, nobody's viewed it yet, so obviously it's 0. Visibility is private, and usage is private. Now, the options down here are, the first one's photo frame. And you can see PictureCrazy coming soon. We're actually working on that right now, and you will be able to send pictures directly to our PictureCrazy digital picture frame very soon. And then we also have a screensaver app. If you click on the screensaver, you can actually download a screensaver and turn your computer into a digital picture frame that will play the album that we just created. And then we also have browser mode, and that's what we're going to do. So as you can see, when you click browser, it goes into full screen mode and starts to play your album. Well, that's all there is to it to building an album. Please have fun with PictureCrazy and make sure you share it with your friends and family.